Good afternoon and welcome to Don Lyle Field here on the campus of Grove City College for the second game of today's doubleheader between Grove City and Washington and Jefferson. So before we go more in depth into the pregame show, let's first recognize the seniors from Grove City who are currently being honored live on the field right now. First senior is what was Aiden Eck. He is from Akron, Ohio, and Cuyahoga Valley Christian. He was a four-year starter and Letterman at midfielder, a third-team All-Region and first-team All-PAC Conference selection in 2024. Second on the team in goals and points as a junior, 16 career goals, 8 career assists in 65 career matches. Was an honorable mention All-PAC member in 2023. An accounting major, Dean's List honoree, and son of Tracy and Paul Eck. Second senior is Cole Sunday from Allentown, Pennsylvania, and Allentown Central Catholic High School. He was a four-year member of the program as a defender, three-year letter winner, and helped Wolverines Fantasy Conference Tournament Finals 2023 and 2024. He is a mechanical engineering major, member of the Dean's List, and the President's Athletic Conference Academic Honor Roll. He is the son of Charlie and Christine Sunday. The next senior is number 16, Camden Thomas from North Lima, Ohio, and South Range High School. He was a four-year letter winner and a three-year starter in the midfield. He earned first-team All-President's Athletic Conference honors in 2024. He has 6 career game-winning goals and is the reigning Offensive Player of the Week in the conference. More on that later. And has 38 career starts. He is a middle-level math and history education major. He's also a Dean's List member and was named to the conference academic honor roll. He is the son of Todd and Sherry Thomas. The next senior is Matt Herman from Hilton, New York, and Paul V. Moore High School. He was a four-year starter at midfielder, has 7 career assists in 66 career matches, scored a game-winning goal in the conference tournament semifinal last year at Geneva. He was a second-team all-conference selection a year before that in 2023. He was a PAC Sportsman Team honoree last year and an exercise science major, member of the Dean's List and President's Athletic Conference Honor Roll. He's the son of Doug and Debbie Herman. The next senior was Owen Zimmerman from Giske Area High School in New Kensington, Pennsylvania. He was a four-year letter winner at forward and played in 57 career matches, scoring 3 goals in 2023. Career high 17 appearances in 2023 and 24. He was a mathematics major named to the President's Athletic Conference Academic Honor Roll and was a Dean's List in each of his 6 semesters. He's the son of Christine and Jason Zimmerman. The next senior, number 27, Matt Samsel from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and Lancaster Mennonite High School. He's a four-year letter winner at defender, played in 14 matches this season. He has appeared in 19 matches, including 6 starts as a junior last year. 44 career appearances. He is a biology major and a Dean's List student, named to the PAC Conference Academic Honor Roll, and was the son of Beth and Pat Samsel. The second to last senior of these 8 is Jaden Claycamp from Aurora, Colorado, and Valor Christian High School. He was a four-year letter winner at forward, played a career-high 9 matches this season. He scored Wednesday night in a win over St. Vincent, helping the Wolverines wrap up the number 1 seed in the conference tournament upcoming. He is an exercise science major and a President's Athletic Conference Academic Honor Roll recipient in the fall of 2024. He also was a Dean's List student and is the son of Micah and Christy Claycamp. The last and final senior is number 37, Daniel Sharp. He is a native of Zagreb, Croatia, and went to secondary school in XV Gymnasium. He is a 4-year letter winner at midfield, played in 47 career matches. He set career highs with 16 games, 11 starts, and 3 assists in the season ago. He has scored 4 goals. He scored 4 goals as a rookie in 2022. He is a mechanical engineering major and honor roll recipient of the PAC, also a Dean's List student, and is the son of Nolan and Sandra Sharp. So as those seniors are honored on the field, we'll take a quick pause and be right back with the pregame show right here on the Wolverine Sports Network. Welcome back. Matt Brucker here with coverage of this President's Athletic Conference matchup between the Grove City Wolverines and the Washington and Jefferson Presidents. We're just moments away from kickoff. Let's go through the starting lineups for both teams. Washington and Jefferson will be out in a 4-3-3 formation. In goal will be Grammy Ewart from Arlington, Virginia. And in the midfield, number 2, Owen Rowlands, a midfielder from Hazel Township, Pennsylvania. Number 4, Taven Schronberger will be a forward from Elizabethtown, PA. And then a forward, Michael Gucci, will be a senior forward from Thomas Jefferson High School in Pittsburgh. We're joined by Derek Arrett from McDonald, Pennsylvania, and Fort Cherry High School. He'll be in the defense. Zach Casey is a defender from Glen Allen, Virginia. Nathan Lamago, number 11, a senior defender from Mars, Pennsylvania, and Eden Christian Academy. Ethan Bowser, a forward from a senior from Elizabeth Forward, Pennsylvania. And he'll be joined in the defense by Cole Young, a defender from Doylestown, PA, and Central Bucks West High School. Jacek Pikett, a freshman midfielder from Taylor Alderdice in Pittsburgh, will be another player in the midfield, along with Luke Curran, a midfield freshman from Mount St. Joseph High School in Ellicott City, Maryland. And now starting lineup for Grove City, looking a little bit different today. Keller Krieger will still be in goal, a freshman defensive player of the week in September. Has 5 shutouts and had 5 saves on September 19th at home, making his 14th career start. Aiden Eck will be in the midfield, a senior from Akron, Ohio. He has goals in consecutive matches and is making his 60th career start this afternoon. Camden Thomas will be in the midfield. He is the reigning PAC Offensive Player in the Week. 2 goals versus Franciscan a week in the past matchup that helped Wolverines take control and secure the #1 overall seed. He is making his 39th career start this afternoon. Number 17, Matt Herman, another senior. He has started each of the last 11 matches, has 3 career game-winning goals, and is making his 61st career start today. Owen Zimmerman, the senior forward from New Kensington, Pennsylvania. Jake Kimmick will be in his usual spot in defense he is from Franklin Regional High School. He was an honorable mention in the All-PAC selection process in 2024. He's making his 34th career start. Matt Samsel, another senior. He's from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And also he'll be joined out there by Colton Hudson, one of the few non-seniors in the starting lineup, a junior from Franklin Regional High School. He has 14 starts this season and is making his 35th career start. Luke Kimmick, the 5th-year senior from Franklin Regional as well. He's going to be in the midfield, at least to start. He has had a goal at Hiram and is making his 58th career start. He has assists against Westminster, Chatham, and St. Vincent. Jaden Claycamp, aforementioned senior forward from Aurora, Colorado. He'll be in the lineup today along with Daniel Sharp, the midfielder and senior from Croatia. We'll take a quick pause for the national anthem and be right back with the kickoff. Sorry, we'll be right back. Kickoff in moments away here from Don Lyle Field. So with a different lineup for Grove City today, obviously because of the first game, there's no national anthem for this game. I messed that up, apologies. But for this game, Grove City's already locked up the #1 seed in the PAC tournament, so nothing they can gain or lose from a win today. But it is an important day to honor their seniors as well as maintain their form. They've been impressive, to say the least. 11-2-2 overall. 8-0-1 in the conference. Undefeated, the remaining undefeated team in the President's Athletic Conference. They have a very interesting challenge from a team in Washington and Jefferson. -2 goal differential on the season. They're 8-6-2, 4-4-1 in the conference. But they're a team who doesn't concede goals. It's a very rare thing for them. Only 7 allowed goals in conference play. And when they've given up goals, it's been a loss for them usually. Those 4 losses have been when they've allowed goals. But only 5 goals scored this season in conference play. Presidents are going to be a tough task for this Grove City team, who is the #1 ranked offense in the conference, as well as the #1 ranked defense. So perhaps a low-scoring game we have in front of us here, as action has begun here between these two teams. And for the Presidents, it's going to be an important game for them. They're fighting for a playoff spot, trying to get the best seeding they can for the tournament as well. So a win today would be massive for the Presidents as they try to solidify themselves They currently sit in a tie for 5th place in the conference, 2 points clear of Waynesburg and Hiram in 11th place with 11 points on the outside looking in. So Grove City with an opportunity early on, but it is still 0-0 here as they couldn't capitalize on it. And the throw in, taking a hop. Eck gets his head on it, but can't make use of it. And now Wolverines make some progress. Hudson pass forward and then to the ground and the foul. Wolverines have a dangerous look for a set piece chance early in this game. Around 22, 23 yards out will be this attempt. 5 Presidents in the wall. 4 Wolverines in the box. And a couple of players could take this for Grove City, but it's Thomas the shot, and it misses to the near side. And perhaps good placement of the wall by the Presidents to force the shot to go around and off target. Now the Presidents come the other way with an opportunity. The cross. Kimmick gets to it first. There's a couple of hops in the box. Wolverines now trying to get it clear. And they have the possession, at least for now. And going forward, it will be a throw-in for W&J. Long throw-in, takes a couple of hops. Presidents get to it first. Now a cross landing beyond the 18. Now the Wolverines look to quickly switch the field. Didn't get enough air under it. Kimmick wins the contested header. Wolverines try to settle it down. Now Thomas trying to switch the field. Racing after it, keeps it in. Samson on the run made the play. Ack looking for some help, will just drop it back. Wolverines now will reset. Now they'll look to attack from the opposite direction on the left, on the far side. Now moving back toward their left. And Cross looking to switch fields again. Couldn't get it all the way through. Now pass into the middle. Eck inside the box. Waits. Looking for some help. Trying to slot it through. Met with a wall of President defenders who prevent it from getting through. And a tough physical play on the ball. Wolverines have it for now. Get it up to Eck. Thomas. Trying to make his way through. Now back to the left-hand side. Samsel. Pass inside, back to Thomas. The one to Sharp, who fires a shot and a save. Ewert passes his first test with the save from an excellent defending Washington and Jefferson team. Sharp, pass forward to Thomas. Thomas with some speed, cuts it back. Back now to Samsel. Fakes like he was going to cross it, gets it to Thomas, then back to him. Approaching the 18, can't quite get inside. Wolverines still with possession, but he's offside. K-Clamp got behind the line, didn't get back onside. Now Ewert, low-driven ball. Eck tries to get his chest on it, slows it down enough for the Wolverines to get it. In the battle, Claycamp comes out the victor. And Krieger has to take an awkward approach to it, but gets good power. And now Sharp drops it back. Forward to Eck. Low-driven ball forward. President's really trying to remain compact, not trying to chase away and trying to win the ball off the Grove City defenders. Rush forward. Zimmerman with some excellent foot skills to get past the first wave of defenders, but can't get past the second. And now perhaps a giveaway, but no, Grove City gets it back. Now we'll look to advance. Sharp loses the ball. Now the President's going forward. The pass from Schoenberger. We'll go to a Wolverine instead. Kimmick forward to Thomas. Now we'll look to switch it. The other Kimmick. Passing it back now. Rushing forward. Switching it now. Wolverines having a lot of trouble getting it through the Presidents. Now a huge ball to switch the field. Plenty of progress. But can they make anything of it? Samsel, Kimmick, Thomas, some 1-2 connection. Across. Eck gets some contact, can't secure it. Wolverines want a handball, don't get it. Eck trying to get around, creates some space inside the box, but he loses it. And then cleared back toward their net of Washington Jefferson for a Grove City corner. A lot of patience for the Wolverines on that attempt. They're building possession, looking for some way to break down the W&J structure. low-driven corner, and that doesn't even make it to the net. Hits the side netting, rather. Now play resumes. President's on the far side. Wolverines with a high press, trying to win it back. Now they advance it forward. Pass in behind. Casey tried to do something with it, but lost it in the process. And now Wolverines trying to switch it quickly all the way to Clay Camp, but that through ball will sail to Ewart. A long through ball attempt. Tried to make a nearly 80-yard connection, but missed. Now Grove City will try to build from the back up. Wanted to go straight to Eck right away, but a bit too long again. A couple of sequences where both teams trying to advance the ball quickly forward haven't really worked out to create any chances. Now, battle in the midfield. Thomas with some contact. And Sharp wins it for a little bit, but then is stripped of it. Bowser now will pass it to Kimmick, not his intended target. And trying to switch it all the way to Clay Camp again. That doesn't work. Eck once again trying to get it to his teammate, but cannot. And then quickly a through ball all the way. And Krieger will play with his left foot. Now Wolverines on the far side of the field. Back to Sharp. Herman over to Thomas. Takes the easy pass back. And the pass to Claycamp. He gets it. Back to Thomas. Samsel making a run on the left side. Decides to go back into the middle. Loft ball, trying to slot it in behind. Couldn't fit it in. Now with some speed, trying to get inside the box. Took too big of a touch and lost control of the ball. And it's out for a President's throw-in. In the 15th minute of this game, about what we've expected. No score as of yet, but the Wolverines have had the upper hand in terms of possession. Have had a couple of more chances. But the Presidents have done a really good job slowing down this powerful offense. Albeit with some changes, giving a lot more opportunity to the seniors who usually don't see as much time. Couple of Wolverines in the box, await the long throw from Kimmick. Presidents get to it first, get it clear. Herman looking in the middle, takes a deflection off Arrett and into the hands of Ewart. Well, if that deflection had gone a little bit differently, it might be 1-0 Grove City. Puts his leg into this one, landing beyond midfield. And the Wolverines will retrieve it, splitting a couple of defenders. And Herman's pass gets it to Thomas. Now switching it. Wolverines keep it into the box, and it will be cleared out. And now Grove City will have an opportunity with a corner on the far side of the field. Clay Camp looks like he'll take it. So left-footed. Going to be an in-swinging corner. Wolverines gather on the far post. Make a break to the near post. Far post ball. Eck tried to make some contact, but missed his header attempt, and it will roll out for a goal kick. Ewert pushes his men upfield. And puts his foot into this one. Thomas wins the header. Now the Wolverines trying to go quick. And then is brought down on a foul. Grabbed a bit too much to the jersey, tugged him to the ground. And set piece opportunity for Grove City. This one a little bit farther out. Somewhere in the high 30s terms of yardage away from the net. Wolverines gather on the back post side. There are 3 men in the wall for the Presidents. Herman's ready to take it for Grove City. Here it is. To the back post, no one there though. As Presidents did a good job of slowing them down and preventing them from getting through. And now Lattis will come onto the field. He usually is a starter for Grove City. Got off the bench today, replacing Sharp. Lattis has started each of the last 14 matches, but not this one. Eck on the near side, drops it back. Samsel finding Lattis, not finding anywhere to go with it, gets it back to him. Now into the box, but an easy catch for Ewert. His punts away. Won initially by Gugi. Now Wolverines working it through the midfield. His pass forward to Thomas. Looking forward. His pass back into the middle. Thomas goes up for it. Ewert gets a hand on it. He's out of the net. Gets back. And the Presidents stave off the threat. Now a throw in from Kimmick. You know he's got an arm. Into the box. Presidents get to it first. Can't get it clear. And then good shielding by Samsel for the throw-in for Grove City. And a driven throw-in. Skipped Eck on target and a save. It's the third shot of the game for Grove City. Second one to be on target. Lattis wins the punt, gets it forward to Eck. And then what a move by Thomas, getting around the defenders. Looped it forward to Lattis, who tried to get across the clay camp but missed. Now the Presidents look to go quickly the other way. Schoenberger trying to get it forward to Nagugi, but couldn't get it to him. Now Wolverines now reversing the course of play. Dribbling into the middle. Eck switches it. Claycamp, one-on-one on the outside. Beats him down the line, but his shot nowhere near target. And out for a goal kick, and now substitution time for Grove City. A couple of their regular players take the field. One of them being Noah Gray, the PAC goal leader, as well as point leader. 13 goals, 5 assists on the season. Gray tries to beat his man, but can't get a clear opportunity inside the box. Yoder gets a touch on it, but can't keep possession. And the pass will go to Herman. In the middle of the lattice, who will switch it. Samsel keeps it in. Drops it to Gray. Switch now into the middle. Forward run behind, getting to it. Thomas can't quite clear it into the middle, and now Wolverines will have to retreat. And a long switch of the field. Thomas gets there, shrugs off some contact, and that will be a goal kick. Wolverines win it off the goal kick. Eck distributes it backward. And looking forward for Eck, didn't see the man in the way. Lattice, physical play. Wolverines regain possession. Herman racing forward, looking for some help. Suppose he tried to get at the lattice, but missed. Kimmick now looking for some help. Past the lattice, and he will pass it back to him, and then switch to now Wolverines will change the point of their attack. Kimmick's pass, trying to get it to Thomas, and it'll deflect out. Will result in a corner. .20 minutes of the half remaining. 0-0 your score. Grove City now with the corner. Passing toward the far post. Thomas gets a touch on it. Shrugs off some contact from Schoenberger. And now the throw in. Skipped head by Thomas. Eck perhaps tried to go for a bicycle, but couldn't quite get the shot on target. And now Yoder with it on the far side. Two defenders surround him. Able to drop it back. Now the cross. Goes to Schoenberger, who clears it. Quickly thrown back in. Lacrosse, far post. And then the Presidents deal with the threat, but can't get it clear far up the field. Quickly thrown in. Eck behind the defenders, up into the air. Cleared out of the box. And then a run all the way to the back. Great effort, hustle play. McGoogie will be the player who helped make that attempt happen, but that attempt didn't allow the Presidents to advance much up the field. Lattice wins it up to Yoder, but he can't hold on to possession. Now they both collide. Referee says play on. And that clearance attempt goes to Kimmick. The Wolverines have possession again. Pass in the middle, good defensive play. Casey getting to it. Now the Googie and the Presidents now can get a counterattack brewing. In the middle, dealing with some contact and a foul. As he kicks it on the way through. Wolverines incredulous. Eventually they do get the call they wanted. As Casey gets the foul charge on the follow through. And switching fields will take a deflection for a Grove City throw-in. Samsel to throw it in. Into the box, takes the deflection off the head and into the hands of Ewert. He'll quickly play it in. Thomas, a pass forward, trying to get it into the middle. Gray goes down, but before that, he was offside. Perhaps he just mistimed his run. Wolverines now will have to try again. Eck, bit too strong of a touch, loses it. Now Wolverines trying to race after it. And forces a pass that both teams now are fighting over. Now a quick boot to get the Presidents up the field. Kimmick will clear it way out of the field, and now substitutions. Merrick, will we place Eck at striker? Now the throw into the Grove City box. Wolverines win it first, and now the shot attempt goes high and way wide. We'll head on to Jack Behringer Field. Just the first shot of the game for Washington and Jefferson. A substitution for the Presidents, a weight stand of the game. Nagugi trying to keep it in, does not. And now that substitution will come in. It's a freshman, Jonathan Barahona from Leesburg, Virginia. He'll replace Nagugi. And one more quick substitution. And it'll be A.J. Bishop, another freshman on this somewhat young Washington and Jefferson team. Kimbick now distributes to the outside. That pass forward. Not where it needed to be, and a foul. And a pretty loud contact. Thomas hustling to get it forward. A pretty similar foul that happened about 5 minutes ago. Some contact on the follow-through after Grove City made a play on the ball. And now he's having a conversation with the center referee. And after providing his instructions, play resumes. Kimbick now. We'll switch it all the way to Yoder on the far side of the field. Still has it. His first cross attempt failed to get there. And now a couple of defenders applying pressure, and Yoder will be able to force a throw-in. A long driven throw into the box. Takes a deflection off a President, and then it's cleared away. And a long shot attempt as Samsel wanted it all right there, and it was all or nothing, and he got nothing. Wolverines trying to win the ball back. Good work by the Presidents to deal with that press. Herman the first man to it after the Ewert clearance, but he kicks it out of play. Umaga the throw-in. Merrick gets a piece of it. It'll be a President's throw-in. Merrick takes a touch. And he'll get it forward. Thomas. Back to Merrick, Gray. The cross sails into the hands of Ewert. And the first 35 minutes of the half have come and gone. Still a 0-0 score. Story today has definitely been the President's defense has been absolutely outstanding. And there'll be a handball going against Samsel, who believes it wasn't a handball. But the center referee doesn't particularly care what he thinks, as he saw the handball from a mile ways away. So now Bowser is set to play it back in. Sends it into the box. Wolverines win it first. And now it's substitution time for Grove City. 4 substitutes will enter. Wolverines have a 7-1 shot advantage in this game. Miller trying to, Barahona trying to work forward, is stopped. And now Grove City will have a throw-in. And then the diagonal through ball. Getting it to Yoder. Looking for some help to Lattice. But he is stopped. A massive wall of Presidents. Stop the Wolverines from getting through. Kimmick gets it forward to Merrick. Skips it up and back to him. And now the giveaway. Bishop. Now the President's going quick, but can't establish possession. And some contact. Lattice going to the ground with a foul. Bowser perhaps thinking he went down a little too easily. And 7 minutes left now to play in the first half. Kimmick now. Hudson trying to play it forward, a bit too strong of a pass. And now time for a change for Washington and Jefferson. Higgs gets the first touch on it, and Wolverines will have possession. And some contact as Merrick threw an elbow there. And the Wolverines will have it on the far side. Throw in, gets to the Merrick. Back to him. Working his way through. Now the far side taking a touch on the driven cross. Gray gets his foot on it and shoots it wide. Another opportunity in a dangerous location. But Gray couldn't direct it on target. Bowser wins it. Ball still contested in the air. Now that pass looking for this man Barahona will miss it. And a good move to split defenders. Look at that, now getting it through. And nice shielding by Wolverines Layton to deal with that. And now Grove City. Pass through to Merrick. Trying to get to Lattice, a bit too strong. He does get there first, though. Now we'll go back to him. One-on-one battle on the far side. Will be a throw in for the Wolverines. But before that, a substitution. Carlo Dennis will enter. A junior from Greensburg Central Catholic. And he'll get the ball off the throw-in. One touch back. And now run into the center before he's stopped. Now trying to get it into the middle of the Merrick, but he missed. Now Wolverines perhaps looking for a late half opening goal. Will Cox will distribute to the far side of the field. Now Dennis trying to get it through and then thought about crossing it, but instead decided, let's see how this corner goes. Four Wolverines now, 5 inside the 6-yard box. Across the far post, Merrick gets to it first, into the middle, but it's dealt with. Gray trying to keep it in. It's brought down from behind. No call. Play continues. And now he will call this one, and a foul. Now under 2 minutes left. Bowser taking his time. And we'll play it a one-on-one matchup. Skip trying to go toward net, but no one was chasing after it, so Krieger will happily take hold of it. And then his punt. Wolverines will have it. Wilcox trying to get through to Lattice. He has it. Trying to get it to Higgs, but that pass will sail across through for a goal kick. So 40 seconds left. The President's happy with how they've played this first half. A 0-0 tie currently on the board. And then be a foul called against Theo Campbell. Now the Presidents, if they want to try to get a last-minute opportunity, will have to go quickly. Bowser, 10 seconds left. Just beyond the 18, will go right to the Wolverines. Who clears it away, and that is the end of the first half of play. So a lot of action on both sides of the field, especially in the Washington and Jefferson half. But the defense holds. And it is 0-0 after 45 minutes. So both teams will have to make some halftime adjustments, see if they can come out with a goal to break the scoreless tie. But as it stands right now, it is 0-0 on the board. We'll take a quick break and be right back for the halftime report. Take you around the President's Athletic Conference and report back to you right here on the Wolverine Sports Network. Welcome back to Grove City. It is halftime between the Grove City Wolverines and the Washington and Jefferson Presidents. We're in a 0-0 draw. Grove City has had more chances to score and a vast majority of the possession, but has not been able to break through. We'll dive into that, but first, let's check around the President's Athletic Conference. What has been happening here today? Let's go to football. Currently now 2 minutes, 40 seconds left in the second quarter. Geneva has a 44-14 lead over Bethany. 15 minutes to go. Just started the third quarter. Allegheny has a 7-0 lead over Hiram. And the big game of the day in football, Grove City defeated Westminster by a final score of 14-7. Chase Rankin had a 7-yard rushing touchdown to win the game for Grove City, a largely defensive game throughout. It was 0-0 at halftime. Then an Ethan Wiley pass to Seth McGrody for a 61-yard touchdown began the scoring. Grove City had a 7-0 lead, and then Quentin Good had a pass to Lauren Grayson for 14 yards for a touchdown. And then as the tension rose, Grove City, with 6:49 left to go in the fourth quarter, won the game with that rushing touchdown. Now to jump back into men's soccer, St. Vincent in the 68th minute has a 2-0 lead over Chatham. Franciscan is up 3-0 over Hiram in Steubenville at halftime. And early in the first half, Westminster and Bethany are tied at 0-0 in the 14th minute. In volleyball earlier today, Grove City took down Messiah. Hiram is going to be looking to defeat Wilmington in straight sets of 25-20, 25-19, and 23-19. And then some scores that went final. Case Western defeated Teal 55-7. Washington and Jefferson easily put away Waynesburg. In women's soccer, Waynesburg University defeated Geneva 2-0. So that game Wednesday at Waynesburg between Grove City College and the Waynesburg women will be for the PAC regular season title and the number 1 overall seed. Both of those teams are undefeated. Also in women's soccer, St. Vincent College defeated Chatham 2-0. Westminster took down Bethany 2-1. And Grove City beat Washington and Jefferson 7-0. That was the game that preceded this one. Or, apologies, a women's volleyball game. That was Grove City defeated Chatham 3-1. That game versus Messiah is still ongoing. It is 25. Grove City won the first set 25-9 and is currently now 19-15. And that Chatham win, Grove City, was once again 3-1. Apologies for the misspoken words. Also in women's volleyball, St. Vincent defeated Allegheny College in straight sets. And Hiram College defeated Washington and Jefferson College 3-0. And that wraps up the games we have scores for. And now to transition back into the men's soccer standings in the PAC. Grove City is on top of the conference, undefeated 8-0-1, 8 wins, no ties. No losses, 1 tie. Grove City is 25 points, 6 points clear of Franciscan with 2 games to play, but because Grove City defeated Franciscan a couple of weeks back, they have the tiebreaker and will win the conference, having the number 1 overall seed. The conference championship will go through Don Lyle Field. So Grove City doesn't have a lot to play for in this game. Perhaps just not to have anyone get injured and to maintain form and your playing confidence. Whereas W&J is in a pretty interesting situation. They find themselves right now in a tie for 5th place overall in the conference with a 4-4-1 record. They are 8-6-2 overall. But where it gets interesting is all the point separation. So ahead of W&J is St. Vincent with two-point lead, 15 points for them. Ahead of them is Allegheny with 16 points. Franciscan is going to be in the playoffs with 19 points. They're 6-2-1. Allegheny 5-3-1. Franciscan 4-2-3. So those two ties are the 2-point difference between them and W&J. W&J can still get a home playoff game if they can leapfrog either St. Vincent or Allegheny in the home stretch, along with Geneva, who's also at 4-4-1. It's pretty interesting to know with Geneva, that one tie was to Grove City early in the year. That's Grove City's only non-win of conference play. Geneva, also tied 13. And below them, you have Waynesburg 2-2-5, 2 wins, 2 losses, and 5 ties. Are sitting at 11 points. And then also at 11 points is Hiram, 3 wins, 4 losses, and 2 ties. Chatham is back at 10 points. They're all fighting. They each have a realistic chance of being either the 5th or 6th team. So a lot of separation. You have 6 points now separating over half the conference. That's 7 teams within 6 points trying to fight for those seedings 3 through 6 in the tournament. Say Allegheny, St. Vincent can all leapfrog Franciscan if Franciscan were to go lose down the stretch in back-to-back games. But Franciscan's definitely in the playoffs. A little bit uncertain, everything else beyond that. But that's why this game means so much. If Washington and Jefferson can get a tie against Grove City, a team that all these other teams, except for Geneva, have lost to, it gives them a point where the other teams haven't. And that would put them probably with a win-and-in situation next week. But now we have 3 minutes left to go before play resumes. Let's talk about this game. Again, for Grove City, doesn't mean a whole lot. But for Washington and Jefferson, despite being outpossessed 75% to 25%, Grove City's had 75% of the possession, but no goals to their name, and have only managed with that 75% possession, 8 shots, 5 shots on target. The Presidents only have 1 shot. And it's pretty interesting when you take a look at the possession charts. Grove City has about 20% of its possession in the attacking third, and only 7% in their defending third, whereas the Presidents have only had about 8% of their low 25% possession. Again, that's per their amount of possession they've had, but they've had the ball very little in the Grove City attacking third. They've had a lot of possession in the midfield, but the majority of it by far has been in their half. So it's a matchup and result of the first half that you had to expect entering the game between two teams who have combined to give up only 13 goals. Let's see, in a combined 18 matches. It's a result it makes sense for sure, but from Grove City's perspective, the number 1 offense in the conference entering today with 30 goals, 6 goals clear of anyone else. It's a little bit interesting, to say the least. Grove City has had more chances, and that's probably a testament to that. But it's been Washington Jefferson playing incredibly conservatively. Any chance just to clear the ball out of danger, they've taken it. And you have to give great credit to them. They've slowed down this Grove City offense. Although playing with some backups and players who normally don't see the field to honor the seniors for the first 20, 25 minutes. But the Presidents have held firm, and if they want to get that point, they're going to have to stop this Grove City team from scoring, most likely, unless the Presidents can surprise Grove City and get their 6th goal of conference play. They've only have 5 games entering today. That's the 3rd worst in the Presidents Athletic Conference. Only Westminster and Teal are worse in that department. But we'll see. An exciting tense matchup. Have the feeling that the first goal scored by either team could be the winner. We'll find out. 45 minutes on the clock, ready to go. Second half. This Washington Jefferson team fighting for a playoff spot. It's going to have to give everything they've got. And now shots for both teams. Thomas and Gray have the most shots for Grove City. They each have 2. Claycamp, Sharp, Samsel, and Eck each also have a shot. And for Washington and Jefferson, Owen Rowlands has the only shot attempt. And that one ended up on Jack Behringer Field. And about 3 presidents were beyond midfield by the time play resumed. And the strategy there was perhaps just to keep Grove City pinned in their own half. So teams, of course, have switched directions. Grove City in the whites will be attacking to the right of your screen, whereas the Washington and Jefferson presidents in the black uniforms will be going from right to left. Bowser will send this one forward. Kimmick will be the first man there. He will kick it forward, getting to his man, Dennis. In a lineup for Grove City that pretty closely resembles how they ended the half. Just a change here and there. Kimmick on the far side. Gets it forward to Gray with some pressure and a foul. As Bowser shoves him in the back. Grove City quickly restarts. Hudson getting it forward to Lattice. Tries to poke his way through, but it'll be a throw-in instead. And here it is, into the middle. Presidents get to it first and then clear it out of the way. Then a long distance shot, and that one is way over the net. And it might not stop rolling till it reaches second base. Ewart gets it started off the goal kick. He'll take a flexion out of play. Grove City throw in. Back in over the head of Thomas. Trying to get there, but he never made contact with the ball. Washington Jefferson's players on the field largely are the same as they were at the start of the very first start of the game. Eck with it, dropping it back. Contested for it, some contact. Play will continue. Eck with it. Herman getting it forward, gets it to Kimmick. Cross. Bowser, a diving header to clear it. Job's not done. Going forward to Lattice. And he'll drop it back. Kimmick with it. Forward to Eck. One touch into Thomas. He's behind the defense, but he got caught. Pass to Carlo Dennis on the near side. Dropping it back to him. Wolverines can't get it through on their right side. One touch into Thomas with some speed. Drops it back to Eck in the box. Gets it through. Dennis now driving toward the middle, trying to lay it off the lattice, but found the defender instead. And Casey with it. Tried to pass it through forward to Ngugi, but it was way out of play. Now Lattice. Back to Dennis. On the run to the inside is repelled backward. And trying to get to Herman, but his pass was errant. And now the President's here. Look at the switch. Bowser has a couple of Wolverines between him and the goal. Looking for some help. Will drop it back. Now across toward the far post, but out for a goal kick. Well, does it seem to be the President's strategy? Remain conservative. Drop your men back. And if you have an opportunity, go as fast as you can via the counterattack. And try to hope you can get that Route 1 soccer direct play. Get some speed, get behind the Grove City defenders. Grove City now playing quickly. Eck lost sight of where the ball was going. As now Thomas will race forward. Gets it to Dennis. He has a little bit of space. Let's see if he can take advantage. Gets inside the box. Will cross into the middle, but couldn't get all the way through and is out of play for a Grove City corner. Speed has really picked up at the start of the second half. Play largely was a lot slower toward the end of the first half. So now we have Kimmick and Campbell on the near side. All the other Wolverines are in the box, pretty much. Now, cross into the middle. Presidents get to it first, and the clearance by Errett gets it out of harm's way. Eck. Through on to Gray, and he goes to the turf. Wanted a penalty called, but unreluctant to give it was the center referee. Now play resumes after goal kick. Trying to go to Dennis that time, but pass was too far out of play for him to have a chance at it. And now the throw in. Ngugi gets to it, but the Wolverines get the clearance. So now it's Dennis on the right-hand side, trying to get some space, delivers the cross. Eck gets a head on it. We'll skip it across to Thomas, who tried to cross it again, but that was emphatically cleared away. Wolverines trying to get forward off the far side. Now they'll have the throw in there again. And off that, they get it to Eck. Forward to Gray, but that pass was too strong. Or Gray missed it. Hard to tell from this angle. Gray couldn't get through on the far side. And it's cleared out. And that pass gets to Eck, rolling it through to Gray. Now back to Eck. Thomas, the shot, save. Good location for Thomas to have a go at it. Had the power, and you know he can score from that distance. But, of course, not that time. Gray. One-on-one matchup. Now with some help coming, Gray trying to tiptoe his way on the far sideline. Keeps it in, and he'll draw a corner. W&J thought he had dribbled the ball out of play, but the ball did not cross the line all the way. And now a lot of Wolverines in the box, standing a little bit beyond the penalty spot. Now 4 there. Eck makes a run to the near post. They go long. And an easy catch for Ewart. Eck. To Thomas. Draws the foul. Bowser tried to take a cookie from the cookie jar, but instead broke the jar. And now the center referee saying that Kimmick was a bit too fast. Cross looking for Thomas, gets a head on it, but an easy save as that shot had little power to it. Herman wins the header. Gray trying to skip it forward to Eck, got him turned around and missed it. Wolverines on the far side. Can't get working. A nice move by Bowser to get past the first defender, draws some contact and a foul. As he lays there on the ground to compose himself a little bit. And it looks like he's going to have to be subbed off. Pretty strong foul. As he'll need to be seen by the trainer. Probably got the wind knocked out of him at the least end. And you have to hope it's that. And not anything too serious. And that will stop the clock with 31 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the half. I'm going to take a look at what happened last time these two teams played. Not each other, but the last matches for them. Grove City clinched the top seed in the upcoming Conference tournament Wednesday after blanking the visiting St. Vincent Bearcats 4-0. And then the Washington and Jefferson defeated Bethany in Washington 2-0 Wednesday. And that was a big win for them. Just if you take a look at the standings, St. Vincent is 2 points ahead of them. And that's a big one to keep their playoff chances as good as they are right now. But a positive sign for the Presidents as Bowser's able to walk off the field. One of the captains of this team. But last time these two teams met specifically, October 26th, so 64 days later, 5 days later. So nearly a year later, I'll just say it that. It's a 2-0 win for Grove City, and now some potentially a threat there. Grove City deals with it for now. But that game was pretty low scoring, just the 2 goals for Grove City needing to decide it. It appears in this game a similar result is likely coming, perhaps even less than that, as the Presidents have done a really good job of preventing Grove City from getting dangerous shots on target. Gray, Thomas, up to Eck, looking for a run perhaps. He tried to play it forward, but his man was about 15 yards behind the pass. Now a trio of substitutions will check in. Now a throw in for Washington and Jefferson. Racing after it. Herman gets to it first. Over to Dennis. Back to Herman. And now Thomas. Cross into the middle, but won by the Presidents. And once again, trying to play it out quickly. Nagugi couldn't make much use of it. Gray pass forward. Wolverines onside. Now driving into the middle. Waits, fires, saved once again. I mean, once the Wolverines get to around the top of the box, they're given the green light, fire away. And a good chance there, but a better save. Now the cross doesn't get through. Pass forward, looking for Gray. That one's snuffed out, but Grove City will have the throw-in on the far side. And substitution time. Yoder will return to the game, replacing Dennis, and a couple of substitutions, 3 substitutions, in fact, for Washington and Jefferson. Also, I forgot to mention new goalie in the game for the Presidents. That's Logan Joseph, a freshman from Cannon McMillan High School in Cannonsburg, PA. Now Eck trying to get a cross. Was it blocked? Yes, it was. It's a corner for the Wolverines. So the Wolverines gather mostly on the back post. Here comes the cross. Into the 6-yard box, the shot and the save. Wolverines seem to be pounding on the door. A couple of shot attempts on target in the last few minutes. But Joseph was ready for the challenge. That shot was by Kimmick. Now Yoder will get it to him. Kimmick back to Yoder. Under some pressure, trying to play a 1-2 game on the sideline. And it's blocked. Kimmick trying to race after it. Gets to the ball. Some contact. He's brought down. No foul. And still a tough battle and go out. A physical sequence of events results in a Grove City opportunity via the corner. Gray will take the corner. Be out swinging. Wolverines once again gathering on the back post, except from the other side now. Into the middle. Presidents get to it first. Kimmick trying to keep it in. Long switch of the field, getting it to Yoder. Waits, the cross on the ground. And then had to jump out of the way as Joseph got to it. Urging his men to move forward. Punts away, Kimmick gets to it and heads it out. And then, trying to clear it, went off his face. Play goes on. Gray trying to get it forward. Not the pass it needed to be. Wolverines trying to win it back on a high press. A failed clearance attempt, high in the air. Eck gets to it first. Presidents now establish possession. Yoder, excellent move, gets around one defender. Has the ball stripped from him. Will be a throw in for Grove City. Casey, a good job to get it out of the way. And now he'll fire one forward just to get it clear. And it'll go forward all the way to Krieger. Grove City trying to work on the far side of the field. Forward to Gray. Clearance hit off his own man. Pass into the middle. Thomas trying to get around. Across. Eck. He's got it. Goal. Grove City capitalizes as they finally get the opening goal. A ways into the second half, but they did it. 1-0 Grove City. Perhaps it's only fitting on senior day, a senior steps up. Aiden Eck. And you also had the feeling that goal was coming. Grove City more so in these last 10, 15 minutes. Getting more chances, getting closer to breaking down the Washington and Jefferson defense. And they finally do. But now can they hold on to that 1-0 lead? Let's see. So once again, as they started the half, Washington and Jefferson just trying to get the ball forward, but now the Presidents have to completely revamp how they're trying to go through this game, as now they have to be on the attacking side. They've been largely on the defensive side, trying to hold out for a tie. But of course, now that tie is no longer able to happen at 0-0. They're going to at least have to try to make it at 1-1. There's now a foul. Grove City quickly playing it back in. Here comes a deep cross. Perhaps trying to get it to Yoder, but he wasn't running toward the net. Now Herman. Gets it over to Yoder. Overlapping run possibility. He'll instead try to cross it, but missed and went over the net. So now substitution. Couple substitutions for Grove City. Merrick will be back in, along with Samsel, who started the game. Gray wins it, and now Grove City will have possession. Presidents, the throw in, some tough shielding, and he loses the ball. Yoder trying to go forward, but passed it to the wrong way. Merrick went to his right, he passed it to his left. Now Krieger will drive it forward. Gets in between, he's brought down. Barahona, excellent work to get to the ball. And now a good opportunity here for Washington and Jefferson. Bowser will take it. And 6 Presidents along the 18 about on the far side of the field. 3 men in the wall for Grove City. Gray, the only man forward for the Wolverines. And now we're going to count out, are they 10 yards away? Just about, had to take a half step back. Bowser, their captain. The shot blocked by the wall. Yoder got the biggest piece of it. He's a little bit slow to get up. And the Wolverines don't even let it get inside the box. Excellently done defensively. And going forward, here come the Wolverines. Campbell slung it through to Gray. The cross. Blocked. Corner. And the center referee's going to check in on Yoder, see if he's all right. Campbell will take the corner. A lot of congestion inside the 6-yard box. Cross to the back post. Gets a header on it. Does it go in? Yes, it does. A goal for the Wolverines. And that one might just do it. Saw a similar goal to that one in the women's game. Bar down. And that doubles their lead. It is now 2-0 Grove City. And that one, some love for the center back. Colton Hudson stretching the lead off the assist from Campbell on the cross. And now Washington and Jefferson now have an even steeper hill to climb. But with a team who's only managed to score 5 goals this season in conference play, it makes this deficit loom even larger. A little bit over 18 minutes left in the half and therefore the game. Wolverines trying to preserve a 2-0 lead. Presidents looking to try to get a pair of goals to salvage a draw, get a point in a highly contested PAC tournament race. Now stop easily for the Wolverines to play it forward. Sliding and not quite getting it. Now the Presidents. Nagugi passes it back. Now the cross. Headed away. Now Yoder with it. Trying to drop it back. Didn't quite get it to where his man Gray was standing. And now Gray will have it. Pass forward. Merrick shrugs a man down to the ground. Samsel looking for options, trying to go forward. He'll have to go backward. And now switching in. The Googie tried to block that switch, but to no avail. That Wolverine switch from near to far and far to near, switching the field. Now that pass too far for the outstretched diving effort. Now the President's trying to go away. Bowser dealing with some stiff resistance. Now trying to go forward. Higgs thought he had enough room to run onto it, but he didn't. Now the pass forward. He has a man and an opportunity. Rollins. Lacrosse. But Krieger's got it easily. As that play didn't quite develop as the Presidents would have wanted it to. Yoder now with it. As Wilcox on the run, he tried to dribble it back into the center, but he was stopped. Now trying to get it across, but failing, and now the Wolverines now come on the other way of things. Wolverines on the far side. Into the middle. Higgs on the run. Pass it to Merrick, trying to loop his way around and having to dive and slide across the turf. It's Joseph who makes the play. So 3 players on the sideline are waiting to come in. One of those is DiPolito, who will replace Krieger in goal. And now a foul shove in the back. As Campbell couldn't believe it, but from the official's perspective, it's hard not to call a 2-hand shove in the back. Now a set piece chance for the Presidents off the free kick. Will go through, and the tall Krieger able to make that catch. Forward Merrick didn't get a touch on it and therefore lost it. Now trying to win it back. And cleared away. Merrick flying his body, getting to it and blocking it. Gets it to Garcia, putting his body on the line to make the play. Now Garcia ushers it forward. Merrick couldn't chase it down before it was cleared away. Sunday easily, Errett getting it away. So clock stop, 12:52 left to go in the game. The throw into Garcia, trying to play it forward, but defender got in the way. It now bounces, and Wolverines just happy to let it go. And now the cross into the mixer. Ball bouncing and then scooped up by Joseph. Wilcox gets his head on it first. Now forward, Bowser trying to keep it in. He succeeds. Garcia, fierce battle, wins it. Now Wolverines will look to make something going. Now Merrick. Drawing back to Garcia. Couple of touches into the box. Trying to fight his way through the shot and the goal. Nearly a one-man show. Look at the dribbling skill of Garcia. And it is now 3-0 Grove City. And take a look at the way this game has gone. And in that first half where Grove City had 75% of the possession, several shots, good chances, but never cash them in. Now 3 goals in this second half to a team that entering today had only given up 7 during the entire PAC season. As the #1 offense in the PAC, making sure they remain the #1 offense and showing why they've earned it. And they might not be done yet. A cross into the box. Wolverines still have it. Now dropping it back, Garcia. Now the cross. Deflected header on, nearly on target, missing a few yards to the right and out for a goal kick. So Jake Kamick will exit the field. His day might be done. Excellent part of this Grove City team to preserve the shutout as of right now. But of course the game's not over as Magugi tried to force it forward, but 2 Grove City Wolverines were in the way. Pass going forward, turning it over, and perhaps a better touch would have created a threat of scoring, but Wolverines can't get it clear. Now the shot going way wide of the net. Rollins has the most shots of any president on this team. He's actually tied with Bowser, who also has 2. But those shots have been few and far between. And from Grove City's standpoint in the shot department, 12 shots on goal, 17 overall, and it's a testament to a lot of things. It's been their possession in the first half, just slowly trying to wear out the Washington and Jefferson defense. But it took essentially 3/4 of the game for that first goal to happen. And now they've added 2 more since then. Now the cross into the middle, a shot blocked by the defender. Another chance also blocked. Sure, he had eyes for a goal. Nearly a 4-0 score. Sure, Zimmerman is somewhat stunned how he didn't score there. Wolverines with possession, trying to work their way forward. Skipped ahead by Zimmerman. Back now to Garcia. Working its way forward, trying to send it through to Higgs, but a little long there, but off the deflection, Wolverines will continue to have it. Couple of touches, looking to find his way. Will send it in. Too long of a touch. Wanted to perhaps get that a little bit closer to him so he could deliver the cross, but it'll be a goal kick, and now substitution for the Presidents. Who you felt the air escape from the balloon, if you will. They're deflating, really deflating after that first goal entered, but they're still fighting. Pikett gets across, doesn't get through. Now forward onto Zimmerman. And that'll be a foul called against the Wolverines. Contact from Judah Gray, a bit too serious, going over the back. So now Miller gets ready to put all the power he can to this one, try to get into the box. More so than does that. Skipped ahead and just wide. Good chance for the Presidents. It's pretty hard to skip a ball on target like that from that distance, and he nearly had a goal. Zimmerman trying to show for the pass on the far side. Now a battle with it. We sort of go back to DiPolito, who, with a nice one-touch pass, tries to relieve the danger. Now switching the fields back to Zimmerman. Has to deal with multiple Presidents. Fighting his way forward. Will be a throw-in for the Wolverines. Zimmerman once again misplays the touch, but he wins it back. A couple Wolverines in the box waiting for a cross. Bides his time. Now the cross. Deflected, a swing and a miss, trying to clear it. Now contact and a foul just outside the box. About a foot away from being a penalty. That'll be Samsel lining up on the left side. And there'll be Clay Camp on the right. A couple other Wolverines lining up inside the box or around the top of the 18 on the far side. The shot attempt drilled right into the wall, had no chance of getting around it, about as middle of the wall as that shot could have been. Now throw in under 4 minutes to play. In the middle, takes a bounce. Loose inside the box, the shot and the goal! We're often calling a Noah Gray goal, but it was Judah Gray that time who put it in for the Grove City goal to make it now 4-0. And you see how dangerous it is to leave a bouncing ball uncontested in the box and to leave a man unmarked. And that's what happens. Grove City makes you pay. And against such a good defense, Wolverines have really had an excellent performance here in this second half. Zimmerman gets credit for the assist. And what a change from the first half to the second half, especially the last 25 minutes of this half. From Grove City trying but failing repeatedly to get that goal, and at some points in that half trying to even get opportunities. And then this half, it's been opportunity after opportunity, and now goal after goal. And now out of the 11 goals W&J has conceded in the PAC, 4 of them have been to the Wolverines. Higgs with it. Stumbles a little bit, but then recovers it. Gets it forward. Zimmerman retreats. As now Grove City looking to get something going on the far side, back into the middle. Now Bowser tried to get something. He had a little poke to jar it free, but couldn't get anything on it. Now Grove City will keep going now on the far side. Now the pass to Samsel. Will play it along the near side. Zimmerman waits. Trying to take him one-on-one, and now one-on-three, and he turns it over. But we'll go all the way out to Wilcox. Now the shot. Garcia trying to chase after it, but realizing he had no shot, backs off, and an easy save for Joseph. Puts it on the turf and kicks it away. Battle for it. Higgs gets a little bit of it. Enough for Grove City to have possession. All the way back to DiPolito, who will clear it out to the far side, out of play. Minute left to go on this win for Grove City to remain undefeated and finish the PAC schedule unbeaten at home. And certainly a regular season to remember if you're a Grove City Wolverine fan. A lot of great performances at Don Lyle Field, this one among the best of them. But a win a couple of weeks ago against Franciscan, also the big difference to why they were able to play comfortably, not worrying about whether they'd have the number 1 seed, because they do. Clock winding down. Time is over. This game, after seeming like they were able to hold on to a tie for so long, only to lose by 4 goals, 4-0 Grove City. The offense really picking it up in the second half to deliver an emphatic win. As the Wolverines, even though they didn't need to win, did so, and did so by making another statement, a 4-0 shutout victory. As we'll be right back to break down the stats and give a post-game report right here on the Wolverine Sports Network. Welcome back up into the booth. Now it's time for the post-game report between this matchup, which could probably most succinctly described as a tale of two halves. First half, a lot more back and forth, but particularly it was Grove City's ability to get chances. And they got a lot of chances, but not really any great chances, and that is a tribute to the players in that Washington Jefferson back line who played excellently in that first half, outdueling the Grove City offense time and time again, and they were the reason that this game was 0-0 for so long. And that continued into the second half, a while into the second half, in fact. Before a senior got the goal that broke this game wide open. And it was like the floodgates opened and the goals started flying through as Aiden Eck had his fourth goal of the season. And that fourth goal, the assist by Camden Thomas in the 67th minute, really changed the complexion of this game. Now, for Washington and Jefferson, they were going for the tie. Now they have to try to score a goal, and it's something they've had a hard time of doing this season in conference play with just 5 the whole season. And in trying to do so, perhaps, had to get a little bit more aggressive, and that allowed the Grove City offense to start taking advantage. Colton Hudson off a corner by Theo Campbell scored in the 72nd minute to make it 2-0. And then the Wolverines didn't stop after that. Christian Garcia got that first goal of the season unassisted. A great one-man effort splitting defenders left and right to make it 3-0. And then Judah Gray put an exclamation mark on this win off an assist from Owen Zimmerman to stretch the lead to 4-0, and that's where it would end. Washington Jefferson also made a goalie change, but that probably didn't have anything to do with it because the Grove City offense really took over, and perhaps some unforced errors by that otherwise strong Washington Jefferson defense really allowed Grove City to take advantage, especially for a couple of those goals which were close inside the 6-yard box or just outside that you give up to any team, they're likely to take advantage. But going a little bit more in depth now, I think we take a look at possession. It was really telling in the first half. Grove City had 75%. And that dropped down to 69%, but still it told you the strength of Grove City in this game. And they were able to hold on to the ball for a long stretch of time and had over 64% of its possession in the attacking half, where Washington Jefferson had over 60% of its possession in its own half. I mean, the ball was played in the first half on the left side of the field and the second half on the right side of the field. And Grove City was the superior team in pretty much all facets. But it took a little bit while for that to show, as the story at the end of the first half was the Washington Jefferson defense. But, of course, that changed with the rapid goals in succession for Grove City in the second half. So the Wolverines had 20 total shots in the game. 13 of those were on target. A lot of chances, especially in that first half. But then they really took it on in the second half by exploiting the mistakes of the defense to turn a lot of those opportunities into goals, increasing their shots on target. And just one save in the game for Grove City, as only one shot reached the target out of Washington Jefferson's 5. And 9 saves between the two goalkeepers for the Presidents. So shots came from a variety of sources for the Wolverines. Thomas had the most with 4. He had an assist as well in the game, but couldn't score. And it was just an even mix of Grove City's depth really playing advantage. They were able to keep the intensity up throughout the game, and their goals came from people who perhaps only had one shot in the game, and they scored, like Garcia, whose only shot went in. Gray, his only shot went in as well. So it's the ability of so many players for Grove City able to make an impact, and that's what makes Grove City such a tough team to defend, because you have the goals leader in Noah Gray, And although he didn't score today, he was certainly an impact. He had 2 shots and a shot on goal. But when you have to focus on him alone, you leave the opportunity open for other players to take advantage, and that's exactly what happened in this second half. So it makes the standings pretty interesting. Don't have final scores and can't really update the standings. But the big part for Grove City fans is this is a win that further emphasizes that Grove City is the team to beat. Whereas for Washington Jefferson, that playoff race just got a lot more interesting. That loss, and you're sitting on the bubble right now. And it could go either way. That last game is going to be massive for Washington Jefferson to win. And let's take a look at who these teams will be playing next. Grove City will head to its season finale away in Waynesburg to take on the Yellow Jackets. That game's a lot more important for the women's side, who with a win will clinch the regular season conference title. While for Washington and Jefferson, we'll be hosting Westminster, who is near the bottom of the conference, so it's a good sign for Washington Jefferson in a win and likely in situation. It'd be hard to imagine that a win would not get the Presidents into the postseason. But that's where those teams will head. And I thank you so much for watching this presentation of men's soccer and the President's Athletic Conference here on the Wolverine Sports Network. Thank you so much for the great people who have been helping me this season with stats, numbers, camera work. I can't thank all of you, so thank you so much for everything. And I hope you enjoyed watching this doubleheader where Grove City won by a combined 11-0 over these 2 games. And hope you enjoy your weekend. And so long, everybody, from Robert Thorne Field. Sorry, from Don Lyle Field. Oh, man. Have a great day, everybody.